So you guys tired of seeing me in this? I'm tired of seeing me in this. Should I go into the covers and change? I'm like, no, we want you to change in front of us. Yeah, it ain't happening. Maybe when I was 20 to 30 pounds thinner, but not now. No way, no how. I just watched that part 2 of After the Final Rose, and surprise, surprise, Becca's gonna be the new Bachelorette. I actually didn't see that coming because I don't know this show, you know what I mean? Just like I didn't know, just as saying, the most controversial ending in Bachelor history. No, apparently 8 years ago, Jason something or other did the same goddamn thing. I didn't watch it back then, but like I said, I don't watch it, period, but he did the same thing. He proposed to one woman and then decided he wanted the runner-up instead. Now I'd like to know what happened then, because I don't know. There was no social media back then. It was not like it is nowadays. We had social media back then, 2009. But it, I guess not as, as much more. Social media is way more widespread nowadays, I guess. Because they had them on the show, him and they've been together for 8 years. He was glad he chose the runner-up. He never regretted it, and it made their relationship stronger. But it's still strange, you know. Like, why did you choose the one and propose to her in the first place? Now I'd like to know that story in relation to this latest one. Because they were on this show, and they were on this After the Final Rose thing, and they were saying there wasn't social media back then. But there was social media back then. It was 2009. Maybe not as much social media, I don't know. Do not know. It was definitely YouTube. Maybe there wasn't Facebook. I don't remember when Facebook and Twitter came out. After YouTube, though. Don't know. So I put Omar out to pee, and happened to be a big gust of wind that I had the door, like I was trying to shut the door, and then it blew open, and then of course he came back in without peeing. And I laughed because it was funny, because I couldn't stop him, you know. He's like, he's supposed to be out there to pee, and I have him out there, and then the door, I was trying to close it, and then suddenly it just, wind blew it, you know, so. What else? Actually, I will put the pants on. I'll put the shorts on. Are they even gonna fit me? I know they're gonna fit me. What do I do with them? The video title is cute, huh? I did that intentionally. It is a pretty boring video. You know, if you're not one of my die-hard fans, then you know, you're not gonna. My die-hard fans like anything. My less die-hard fans want skin. So they're not happy if there's no skin at all in a video. At least, you know, they're happy if I at least show my feet. But in that video, I didn't even show my feet. It wasn't that type of video. No. So I solved, not to my satisfaction, because it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know if it'll make any sense. That's rough skin on that. Is it on this side too? Oh, it's on both. It's on the heels of both feet, the dry, peeling skin. Just on the bottom of the heel. That's just a 1 and that's on both. Anyway, the Comcast recording mystery. So I was right, but it doesn't make any fucking sense to me whatsoever. And now I want to get to the bottom of it. It doesn't make sense. If it's an internal recording, it shouldn't matter if I unplug it, unplug the TV and unplug the Comcast box, the cable box, mid-recording. Or if it's unplugged and completely unplugged TV and cable box prior to the recording starting. Why should that make a difference? Apparently it does. But it doesn't make sense to me at all. It doesn't make sense, but I just proved it yesterday. I recorded the General Hospital. I shut it off midway, and it only recorded that much time before I shut it off. Yet, I recorded something at 3 in the morning the night before, and shut the TV off and unplugged it way ahead of time, and that recorded fine. So, does that make any sense to you? Do any of you understand that? Because I do not. That's mind-blowing to me. Actually, it doesn't make sense. If it's an internal recording, it shouldn't matter if anything I do. I could plug it in, unplug it 10 times during a 2-hour recording. I mean, just for the hell of it. I should be able to do that. It should record the whole 2 hours. But it doesn't. It will record it, though, if it's unplugged completely ahead of time. But if you unplug it in the middle, it doesn't record it. It stops. Can you shed any light on that mystery? Because I'm clueless. I have no idea. At least now I know, though. I know that as long as if I unplug everything before the recording starts, I'm fine. But if I do what I did with that Nightline show and unplug everything mid-recording, it's not going to record. Rest. Why that is, I do not know. Do not know. This camera, right angle, not quite. Oh, that was so funny. He had to be there. It was just funny. It's like I'm trying to get Homer to pee quickly outside, and during the storms, it snowed. It's snowing. And the door suddenly just goes wide open in the wind, and Homer runs back in. You're not getting out of peeing outside. Sorry. I had to go chase them down and put them back out. I put French in that title of that video just to be cute. I had to look it up. I had to type in Google, what's the French translation for this video is very boring. And it's whatever I put. What's it? Video est très something or other. Let's just try to be cute. Try to be cute. Like I said in the other video, the plot thickens with Trump and with, oh my God. He would have been better off just to come clean. This is coming from someone who cheered when he became our president instead of Hillary. Okay, I cheered, so... Unexpected. Anyway, you definitely, there's been all kinds of things with presidents. Kennedy with Marilyn Monroe, and Clinton, Bill Clinton with Monica Lewinsky. Remember, the Monica Lewinsky affair that Clinton denied while he was married happened while he was president. We need to make that perfectly clear. That's why people are saying they don't think this, the expert was on the TV saying, so just so you know, I'm not going by alternative media. The expert was on the mainstream media saying he doesn't think this is going to, derail Trump, because we have to remember he might have lied about it. But it's not like it happened while he was president. It happened 10 years ago. I don't know. It's getting tricky because her lawyer, well, first of all, Trump's lawyer has confessed to paying the $130,000. Therefore, as people are saying, I mean, we know that it happened. We've known it from the moment it came to light. You knew it happened. And Trump denying it is not, good, because it's come to light, and now the lawyer has admitted it, but Trump's denying that he knew anything about it. And her lawyer, Stormy Daniels' lawyer, is saying, apparently that's like I said, the plot thickens. What I've just learned now, last night, is that on that document they had pseudonyms. So Trump was David something or other, and Stormy Daniels was Penelope, whatever, it doesn't matter. There was a place for Trump to sign, and he didn't sign it. So now Stormy Daniels has hired a lawyer and saying that the agreement is null and void. The non-disclosure agreement is null and void because Trump did not sign it, and there's a space for him to sign it. You got to feel bad for Trump's press secretary, Sarah Sanders, because she must know that she has to sit there and try to dodge these questions. And he says he's denied all allegations. Yeah, but if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. And the fact is, the bottom line is what people are saying all along. If there were no non-disclosure agreement, you could say there was no non-disclosure agreement. See, that's the thing. So you know that there has to be a non-disclosure agreement. Now we have proof of that. The lawyer for Trump, who paid the $130,000, has come forward, and now they're trying to say that has to do with money for the campaign or something. If that lawyer paid out of his own pocket, then that's like making a huge contribution to try to get president, because Trump never paid him back. So Trump's like denying it all, and Trump didn't pay him back, but people are saying Trump had to have known, and, well, Stormy's lawyer is saying Trump had to have known, and the lawyer who paid the $130,000 Trump's lawyer paid the $130, never got paid back by Trump, and they're saying that he never signed it, never paid the, never did all that, because he's trying to just deny his knowledge of anything. But now people are saying if he did know, then that's considered like a huge payout, you know, to bribe this woman to be quiet and to help Trump win the election, and to bribe this porn star to be quiet. Said the plot thickens. Plot thickens. Even if people don't give a shit, because so many people, men and women, cheat. Even if people don't give a shit about that per se, most people don't. They don't like the lies. They don't like the lies on the president's part. Plus, if he's lying about that, then what about all these women accusing him of sexual misconduct? He's denying those allegations, and, you know, it's just getting worse and worse for him, I think. I don't know, because I'm not really, you know, I'm not of that kind of world, so I really don't know. But I wrote this to Joe. Trump would have been better off coming clean about the 10 years ago Stormy Daniels affair that only a moron believes never happened between married at the time Trump and this former porn star. Now the shit's about to hit the fan, and more people are viewing Trump as an untrustworthy liar whose administration is falling apart, you know, with people, even top people, leaving left and right. Fact is, people lie in politics all the time. The minute I heard about this Stormy Daniels thing, I suspected it was probably true, and of course Trump's going to deny it to Kingdom Come, because, you know. And then that disgraced mayor in that other state, wherever the state was, I don't know. I've watched her on the news or on Inside Edition, which is just a more, you know, more tabloid type news show rather than regular news. Anyway, I watched her, probably was on Inside Edition, but I watched her say to the whole world, you know, to say to everybody, you know, even if you can't forgive me, I know God has forgiven me, and this was a, you know, mutual agree, you know, between two consenting adults. It was between her and her bodyguard, and they were both married at the time, and she's like, it was a mutual thing, you know, and that's it. It's over, and that's it, and we were two consenting adults, and that's all that happened. It was an affair between two consenting adults. Well, when was that, like a month ago when she's saying all this? And she wanted to keep her job, of course. So guess what just came out 2 days ago, I saw. Surprise, surprise. It was way more than that. She had to, like, go in front of a judge or something and she was found out that while during that affair she spent $11,000 of the taxpayers' money that she has to pay back, and he has to pay back $45,000 that he was paid while he was, they're saying, like, I'm just saying these words, but like, while he was her little, you know, whatever, her little fuck buddy, her little boy toy, but he's not a boy, they're both, you know. But when that just gets you, though, because it's like, I saw her apologize to her people, she's the mayor, and I saw her say, you know, we were just two middle-aged adults consenting, and that's all it was, and, you know, it's over, but acting like it's just between them and their spouses. But no, come to find out, she was full of shit, and money was misspent, taxpayer money was misspent. So, surprise, surprise. And now, of course, she's gone. She's resigned. She's gone. She's history. But it just goes to show you, people can sit there and lie through their teeth, and, you know, hoping you'll believe them, which you do believe them, until something comes out that you no longer believe them. You know? Joe and I haven't talked about this Trump thing with Stormy Daniels. I did mention before, you know, there's lots of presidents who were less than faithful to their wives, and you know, it doesn't mean he's a horrible president or lying about other shit or whatnot, but it's just, if this Stormy Daniels thing wins and the lawyer wins, and they've, so far the White House has managed to get a temporary restraining order so Stormy Daniels can't speak, but you know, the lawyer says we're not backing down. It does seem like a valid thing to me. How is a document valid? You know, it probably does become null and void if there's a space for 3 signatures and there's only 2 signatures there, right? I don't know. All I know is, what's he going to say? What's Sarah Sanders going to say? You know, is she going to be the next one to leave in disgust because she doesn't know what to say? You can't deny reality if it's, you know, if it absolutely becomes proven. Oh, and part of it, Jimmy Kimmel was showing that it said something about, Jimmy Kimmel thinks Stormy Daniels might have, like, that maybe Trump sent her a picture of his junk or something. I don't know, because it said images, text, or, you know, I don't know. All I know is people cheat. People cheat all the time. It is not even remotely, you know, Trump is hardly like a saint, and it's not even remotely out of the realm of possibility that he did have this affair with this porn star when he was married to Melania and she was pregnant with Barron, his youngest son. But things that it will get people is not the affair so much as the denial, the lies, the deceit. I don't know. Long before this came out, though, I told Joe, because I know that Joe really has faith and believes that Trump's trying to do the best for our country. And Joe's not the only one who believes we would have been royally screwed had Hillary become our president. Probably a month ago I wrote to Joe, but even if this stuff is true about the Stormy Daniels thing or whatever, it doesn't. So many people who cheat doesn't mean they're bad people overall, you know. It doesn't remotely mean that. Far too many people cheat. Significant others, but it doesn't mean you're a horrible person, or if you're the president, you can't be. They're not mutually exclusive. It doesn't mean if you know. I use Kennedy as an example. He's viewed as a fucking fantastic president. He was a philanderer, you know. He definitely was not faithful to Jackie. Was known that he was not remotely faithful to her. I hardly think it was only I don't know. I said I was going to change. I changed my mind. I haven't showed you my feet though. In light. Unlike the video last night, I think. I didn't have these lamps on. But yeah, I watched that show, and Ari proposed to Lauren, which we already knew was going to happen. They made Becca the next Bachelorette. Nobody saw that coming because we didn't know there was even going to be a Bachelorette. But she's perfect, you know, and everyone knows her story. And they had a few guys, just a little tease, come on. Like it was the night. Of course, they didn't have them all. There's like 20-something of them. They just had like 5. I think they had 3 white guys, 2 black guys. I'm sure to be on that show, either as the Bachelor or Bachelorette, or as the people who try to woo the Bachelor or Bachelorette's heart, whatever. You have to be open to dating all races. Because I know they have all different races on these shows. So you either have to be open to dating all races, or you could, it's all fucking bullshit lies anyway. You can just pretend, you know. But it doesn't matter, because let's say there's a Bachelor or Bachelorette on the show and they're pretending because they wouldn't want to be with someone other than their own race or whatever. But it doesn't matter, because you go on that show, you get paid. So all these potential, you know, mates for the Bachelor, Bachelorette, they all get paid. And on top of all getting paid, they get the national exposure. They get the publicity. They get, you know what I mean? So you don't have to feel bad for them. Even people who might technically be open to dating their own race, dating other races than their own, other races than their own. And a lot of people aren't. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can be attracted to other races and be open to dating other races. It still doesn't mean you know, people who are from, but you might not think for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons, you know, everyone likes what they like and whatnot, and there could be reasons that you wouldn't want to, even if you might want to date or even be attracted, whatever, you might not want to settle down and get married to somebody, you know, who's a different race than you. And sometimes that's for a variety of valid reasons. It can have to do with raising children, it can have to do with all kinds of shit. I've definitely been sexually attracted to, you know, men of all different races. But being sexually attracted or whatever, physically attracted to someone still doesn't mean you want to be with them seriously or marry them or whatnot, you know. For all people, I'm saying, just because you might be attracted to, that doesn't mean you would necessarily want to be with that person as your mate, you know. One of my college roommates, Michelle, was this is when I was dating Roland, and she's like, I'm not attracted to black men. Now, does that automatically means she's prejudiced. It could mean she's prejudiced, but she didn't indicate that, and I wasn't going to go there, you know, and then go there with her. It doesn't necessarily mean you're prejudiced. There's plenty of people of all different races who would not want to seriously date, or they might even want to fool around with them, but they wouldn't want to, you know, take the person home to their parents or marry them or whatnot. I don't judge that. I don't judge it either way. I know there are a lot of people that do, though. I think about all kinds of shit. Any given thing can spark my mind to think, and I know The Bachelor. I've watched it before, and they have all different races, you know. I'm sure to be on the show, you probably have to indicate that you're open to dating all different races. And if you really aren't, you just love me. All love. Anyways, Moses. My God, even when Ari went to find Lauren and talk about how he had left Becca, it was being filmed, you know what I mean? It's like, how can you really, really take it seriously when it's all being filmed by actual people, not just by cameras being up in the room, it's being filmed. I have difficulty, you know, even though technically I know they're being sincere emotions when it's like, but you're being filmed. You're being filmed by people like if there was a movie, you know. I don't know. I don't know. Should I go to sleep with the camera rolling? No, he's gonna wake me up anyway. Oh, I forgot to check the dishwasher. Like I already told the glass, those 3 jars got nice and smooth, but anyway, I'm sure you're really good. Nice.
Yeah.